So, perhaps you think that surpassing the monetary system is too radical, that it's pie in the sky, it's too futuristic. Well, you know what I think is radical? Designing and presiding over a system based on infinite growth and which relies upon inefficiency and duplicated effort and inferior throwaway products in a finite world. We have to sell more, buy more, and accrue more debt and produce more and more tons of waste in order for this system to function. Not only that, the successful function of the current system inherently means the few getting richer while the many get poor. Who will buy your products when there is so little work that the majority of humanity is unemployed? Who will use your services when the most of us are starving? Yet we cannot keep producing more and more in a world with ever-shrinking resources and limited societal development. Development hamstrung by the need for every institution to preserve its status quo to begin with. That's the most radical thing I've ever heard of. It is demonstrably unsustainable. It is inhuman. In fact, it is anti-human. And while we hear this word unsustainable a lot, it's overused again and again by the media, let me remind you again what exactly it means. It means, in our global society, based on deliberate inefficiency, waste, pollution, and massive social stratification, the things we do right now will reach a point where it will not support human life the way we need it to. We must reorientate our structures to support the population we have already and which we are about to have. We are only successful in a society if we take a hard look at the only thing which has ever been important, and that is the survival of the entire species as a whole, and to align our operations within the necessary laws and balances that our nature requires. That's the true meaning of evolution. I refuse to live in a society like this. I refuse to sit on top of the top 10% of this world, standing by while billions of mirror images of myself suffer and die for no good reason other than profit and artificial boundaries. No longer will I like to quietly tolerate the suffering of almost all of the only race that I'm a member of, on the only planet in the known universe that I can presently inhabit. I do not accept that this is as good as it gets. This is as bad as it gets. We need to roundly reject this paralyzing, limiting, divisionary, fraudulent mess we laughingly refer to as economics. It is irrelevant and, in fact, in direct opposition to our survival. And it is stunting our staggering and subtle, fantastic, unlimited potential. I'm sorry, it'll have to go. You know, if you consider yourself forward-thinking, you'll have learned to be able to look back at the present from the future. The future population of this Earth can look back one day at our present tense and see one of two things. They could see that we recklessly destroyed ourselves and each other, or they can see that we made it. In the future, they are already looking at our living group, and I want them to see that we did make it. We have to make it. Thank you.